Have you ever found yourself in a situation of barely meeting a tight deadline, panicking before it approaches, or having to stay focused on one particular task only? Do you also feel this haunting, mystic superpower that hinders you from the tasks to be fulfilled, essays or research papers to be written, new vocabulary to be learned, taking over you from time to time? This supernatural power seizes and controls you, so suddenly you become a cook baking a 10-kilogram marzipan cake, or designer crafting postcards for all of your relatives, or maybe practicing your designer skills by playing video games for kids. Or you become a poet writing an epic, a blogger spending a decent amount of time on social media and simply doing something else besides working. In this case, you can be probably defined as a procrastinator. So who is a slow starter and what is procrastination? Though it is common for people to spend their leisure with pleasure, procrastination is often characterized as an action of delaying the work habitually and instead turning to other activities that seem more pleasurable. Some sources even describe it as a serious and hardly curable disease. People from all age groups suffer from it. However, procrastination as a phenomenon is widespread mainly among youngsters.
The Karolov Association of Vivacious Apathy, or
KABA,
has conducted a research interviewing young people from 17 to 22 in order to find out how productive students are. Because, well, we all know that students can be either master procrastinators or tireless champions of productivity. The range is wide, and that is why it is such an interesting audience to question.
First and foremost, we found out how productive do they think they are, and it appears that most of them reckon they are quite productive, which makes it even more fascinating to observe how they answer all other questions. We all know how important it is to follow your to-do plan and to be in charge of your own decisions. As we found out, most students struggle, but still do complete the tasks they've set, or at least some of them. Then the question of what exactly leads poor, suffering students into this predicament called procrastination arose. The most common answer appeared to be, surprise, social media.
The black hole, or other names we give it, VK, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
It is insane how often social media get unbridled control over us.
Different strokes for different folks, and there is a huge number of ways to entertain yourself in your free time. Since our respondents are students, many of them prefer to spend their time sleeping. Poor creatures.
Doctor, what happened to him?
I'm so sorry, we are losing him. He is a procrastinator.
Procrastination is more of a disease that can destroy your mental health. Scientists have proven that the most important and dangerous consequence of procrastination is the immersion of a person in a chronic sense of guilt and anxiety. These feelings, in turn, deprive us inspiration, faith in our own success, and don't allow us to be as productive as possible. Our respondents are really superhumans who almost don't miss the deadlines and do everything on time. But still, there are several people who have their work done too late quite often. This proves once again that students have inefficient information about the importance of time management and sometimes procrastinate.
In our survey, 80% of people identify themselves as procrastinators. Here we are going to share with you some methods to help you stop wondering but start working right away. One of the reasons why we procrastinate is that it takes courage to face our giant project. It seems like it will take forever to finish it. But in fact, if we could split a giant task into small pieces that we can finish in several minutes or hours, psychologically, it will be easier for us to start doing it. There is a popular app called Pomodoro. It allows you to immerse yourself into the work for 25 minutes and then you can have a 5-minute break. The fact is, most of the time, we can't really concentrate on our work. We never forget to check messages or to like friends' photos on Instagram. As a result, we have spent 3 hours, but we have done almost nothing. Another tip for you is to use bullet journal to draft a to-do list. You can highlight top 3 of your day, things that must be done, and do them when you're full of energy, for instance in the morning. So it's all for now. I know it's not an easy thing, but success is the result of perfection, hard work, and persistence.
K-A-B-A